Yo, 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 what is going on, you guys? It's Nesoa here, back with another video. I know it's been a while. I didn't want to make videos that just I wouldn't enjoy watching, because if I'm putting a video out, I want it to be something that I personally would take time to watch, not just something that I'm throwing out with no care or anything like that. So I decided to take a break while we were on like lockdown-ish. Well, we're back on lockdown again now, but like where there was like not much to make videos on. So we've actually had three locals, like online locals, and this deck has actually come first place all three times. There's not like a huge amount of people going, but I still thought it was worth you bringing a deck profile, because I have been playing like Infers and Dinos as well. It's not like I'm just playing like trash decks, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you what I'm working with now. I've gone off focused a bit. I just felt like the deck just really couldn't compete with this meta, and so I decided to go with another like control-ish deck, and yeah, so this is where I'm at. So let me just get straight into the deck profile, and then let me know what you guys think. So we'll start off with the main deck, and I've actually organized this in terms of like the engines, because it's basically three engines in one. It's the Eldritch, Dogmatica, and Invoked decks, all in one with like a couple of hand-traps. So I'll just get straight into the deck and show you what I'm working with. So we're playing two Eldritch, because honestly, you don't want to draw this. Like realistically, you don't want the third. In a more pure build or like a Eldritch Dogmatica deck, I'd probably play three, but with this deck, I honestly didn't have the room, and I had to make all the engines as small as possible just to fit everything in. So you'll see there's like a couple of cards I'm not playing as well that you would most likely see in one of those decks as well. So yeah, just two Eldritch, three Cursed Eldland, because obviously this is probably the best card. Just search that everything stays on field, that you bring back Eldritch for free and then send a card. Like this card's just dumb. So you have to play three. And then for the traps, none of those elixirs, just because I didn't have room. I would like to play like one black, one white, but there's just not enough room. So three Scarlet, three Conquistador, and only two Huaquero. Like I said, we just need the room for other cards. It's like the least important one out of the two. I think Conquistador is infinitely better. But if your locals plays like a lot of decks that rely on the graveyard, maybe you want to cut out a Conquistador for an extra Huaquero, or yeah, just something cut something else, or maybe even bump it to 41 cards and put an extra Huaquero if you really want to. But I found two was absolutely fine. So that's what I went with. And then onto the Dogmatica engine. Like I said, this is going to be a small package, and you'll see as we get into the video why I played such a small package of each, just to allow me to play some of the other cards in the deck. So one Ecclesia, one Fleur, three Nadir, because Nadir is the best card in the engine, and then one Dogmatica Punishment, because Punishment is easily like the best trap card right now. It's just so powerful, being able to pop two cards, and yeah, so that's what I play. So yeah, very small engine. I would like to play a second Punishment or maybe a second Ecclesia, but there's just not enough room in the deck to play. Then for the Alistair engine, three Alistair, three Meltdown, and two Invocation. No Terraforming, because like I said before, we just don't have the room to play cards like that. I feel like two Invocation, you don't want three ever. You could even, I was even considering cutting one of these for a Terraforming or maybe another Punishment, but we'll see how it goes. It's been working like this pretty well like this, so I think I'll stick it with this. But you could easily cut one of the Invocations. It's not really necessary. It's only if they play like DD Crow or something like that to hit out your grave. So yeah, it's good, but I think I might cut it because I've drawn it dead a few times. But you can always discard it with Eldritch, like it's not the end of the world. Easily my favourite card in the deck, Pot of Extravagance. The amount of times I've banished both Mechabas on here. When you get to the extra deck, you'll notice I'm playing just one of like toolbox cards, and I'm playing two of each of the cards that I don't want to banish off this. But sometimes you will just banish both of them off this, and to be honest with you, it doesn't even matter. You can win games without using the invoked engine. You can win games without using the dogma engine. You can win games without using the Eldritch engine. That's why I love this deck so much. It's like, if someone focuses too heavily on one of your engines, then the other two engines just completely obliterate them, and it makes this deck so hard to play around. And yeah, this card is literally just draw 2 cards. It doesn't even matter what you banish. So yeah, the blizzards you got off is just insane. And then onto the hand traps. 3 Ash Blossom, my favorite hand trap. Just hits everything, hits extravagance. So you know, and there's been some games where people like try and, what's the card called? The spell card that lets you draw 2. Attack Talents. They try and Attack Talents, draw 2, and you can Ash it. So it's nice. 3 Gamma. I honestly picked this up last minute, that's why they're only in rares. And this, just because I was fearing, what was the cards? Like stuff like Lancia and stuff like that, and ashing on one of my like Nadias or something like that. I was just fearing a lot of that, so I wanted it more for aggressive plays than defensive. I was playing, I believe it was Effect Veiler before this, or it might be Nibiru, and I think this was the second Ecclesia. So yeah, I put this in last minute on the 3rd tournament just because I thought it was just going to be a lot better. But yeah, so I went with this. And then for the last hand trap, obviously 3 Impim. Usually the best hand trap, doesn't trigger the Attack Talents or anything like that, and yeah, can't be cold barred, so it's really good. So that's it for the main deck. It's exactly 40 cards. I wouldn't play over. I'd always try and play 40 cards. But yeah, if you have to play 40, you want to play the Huaquero or something like that, then yeah, try it out. But I didn't see much success with it, and I didn't want to make the deck less consistent just for that extra 1 power card. But who knows? It might work for you. So for the extra deck, we're playing 1 Access Code Toker, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 IP. These are just the generic link monsters that we're playing, and the rest of the extra deck is just like weird cards that you'll probably find funny, but we'll just get into it. So 1 Utopic Dark Infinity. This is just my big monster to send off punishment to kill stuff. This could easily be one of the trains, but I just thought it'd be funny to play a Utopic Dark Infinity, and I ended up sending this off punishment to pop something, and then use an invocation, banishing this from my grave to go into a Kaliga against dinos, and that was hilarious. So it's weird. You don't have to play this card. These 4 spots can be anything you really want, although I would heavily suggest these 2, just for the OTK potential. And then for the Dogmatica fusions, we're playing 2 Entis, 1 Titaniclad. Didn't see much point in playing anything else. I want to play 2 Entis just in case you hit 1 off Extrav, but you don't really use 2 unless you open like Godlike. So yeah, that's it for the fusions. Well, the Dogmatica fusions. And then 2 Mechaba, obviously, like I said, you don't want to banish 1 and then not have another one. But sometimes you will banish 2, and that's just unfortunate, but there's not much you can do with that. 1 Kaliga, just I'm honestly only playing this to hit like dark monsters out of their grave, like against like Orcus and stuff like that, because Invocation could banish from their grave, so I just wanted a dark to hit stuff out of their grave. Purgatrio, I didn't see much use in, because like, yeah, you can hit fires out of their grave, but then he doesn't do much when he's on the field, whereas Kaliga, at least he can negate monster effects, or they can only use 1 monster effect per turn, and they can only attack once. So I just thought this guy was a lot more versatile, and he's a level 4. So you could play some Xyz in here if you wanted to, but yeah, I'm just running with this at the moment. And then 1 Argadius, I don't know how to say it, but just a 1 fusion guy. He's actually really good for like Dogmatica matchups. You can banish the fusion from their grave, which they'll usually have in there. So yeah, you can just go straight into him and then just start hitting things off the field. Then for the other cards that you don't want to hit off Extrav is 2 Almirage and 2 Secure Gardener. You don't ever make 2. It's very rare that you make 2, but I just played 2 just in case you hit 1 off the Extravagance, so you have the other. Sometimes you will banish both, and that's unfortunate, but it doesn't really happen that often. So yeah. I'll quickly go through the side. Honestly, the side was just catering to my locals. Obviously, if your locals is like back row heavy or something like that, you want to play like lightning storms or something. I wasn't expecting that many back row decks. I was expecting more towards the dino end of things. So I built my side deck towards that. Nibiru's, this is one off for dinos, obviously. This is for like infers, and there was like math mechs going on my locals, so I just wanted to put something in to keep, I like salads, just wanted to play something to keep the combo decks in check. 3 Lanciers, this was pretty much for the dinos, and just in case I come up against a mirror. I also sided this in a lot going second, because people would side in evenly, and this just goes, okay, evenly me, lol, Lancia, because that's literally the only thing you fear in this deck, is if you go first, you set up your entire board, and you get evenly, like, you lose, which is really, really frustrating. But I did get evenly once against dinos, and I managed to win, but that was just because I had a lot of cards in hand. So usually if I'm going first, game 2 or 3, I'll set up a Mechaba and I'll leave a Eldritch Trap in hand just so I can negate an evenly with Mechaba. But that's just a little playstyle that I try and do. Then the one-off Ghost Ogre, literally the only reason I played this is because I have a Ghost Ogre Field Center. Even though we're not playing in real life, I always side at least one Ghost Ogre just for the funds. Like, it's alright. It doesn't really come up. I don't really side her in that much. One Happy Feather Duster. I just thought I'd side in the one, just in case I do come up against the back row deck. I didn't really side her in. I think I sided in one game, but yeah, that's about it. 1 Droplets. I would try and side more, but honestly, I don't even know what I'd cut. Maybe a Ghost Ogre, put an extra one in. I'll probably play 2 Droplets then. But yeah, 1 Droplets was fine. 3 Tact Talents, just for going second, and if you're fearing that they're gonna like Lancia you or something like that on your turn, then you might want to have this in, even if you are going first, just for your turn 3 plays. But yeah, it is a good card overall. I think I sided in pretty much every game. And then 3 Dark Ruler no more for the dinos, for the top decking against Infers, just any combo deck that just ends on an unbreakable board, you just want to have this just to stop them. So yeah, that was my deck profile, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys like the video, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you think I should change something, or what you're playing, just let me know, and yeah, I'll try and make some more content for you guys and be a bit more consistent with when I'm uploading. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and peace.